Right now?
Yeah.
Like permanently or what?
Just right now.
Hey.
It's a friend of mine.
Hello, Facebook.
Well, hello there. What's up? Welcome to the shit show.
Shit show from the upside down.
From the upside down.
Wait, are we live now?
Another one.
We are about to be recording. Hold on just 1 second here.
This show is
We're not
sponsored by
recording.
McDonald's.
It's not.
It's not.
Steel Reserve.
It's
is
not.
the real one.
All copyrights to my Steel Burners.
Yes, again.
We are currently live on Facebook to do our hat questions today.
Hi, guys.
I just wanted to go a couple of shout outs to a couple different places. Of course, our normal Revival Skate Shop in Lansing here.
Shout out, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it again.
And I quote, buy a fucking skateboard.
Yes.
Exactly.
Buy a motherfucking skateboard.
We also have, let's see here, Groovy Donuts. The people over Groovy Donuts.
Where's that
sent me a
located?
message.
Really?
Where's that located?
They have 2 locations, I believe, now, and I think they just moved, so I'm not positive. It's here in Lansing somewhere. I'll make sure I find out where that is before.
Worth checking it
Shout out, Groovy.
Yes, they have amazing donuts. They have one that's a bacon and it's bacon donut.
You had me at bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
Say no more.
Doesn't matter what else it is. It's a bacon freaking donut.
Alright, guys,
Sounds
reach
delicious.
into my warm sack, please.
Are we on?
Let's not forget
Okay.
the consistent spam involved with 517living.
Yes, 517living.com. We spam them all the time. We appreciate everything from them.
Also, the Lansing, Michigan subreddit.
Yep, Lansing, Michigan subreddit.
See you soon.
We're
Also,
running out of room with all this.
Shout out to our mom.
Shout out to our
By the way,
moms.
the amount of money we're getting paid for all this shit, 0.
Zero.
So feel free to donate.
Yes, please do.
My account number is 512-48.
Better off donating to something more worthwhile. Buy some fucking Bitcoin.
Don't do that.
No, don't do it. It's not a downward
Come
trend.
on.
Okay.
And we digress.
Yeah, okay.
Who's got one?
I've got opinion.
Go first. So we...
Okay.
Oh.
You
Yes,
talk,
Dad.
You go.
You beat me to it.
I knew that if I said I was going to fucking go.
And if anyone on live right now has a question they want to add, go for it.
Always, all right, let's actually plug this in real quick. Always message the page, message one of us, message someone your questions. We're sick of coming up with our own questions.
Right. We will.
Yeah, this shit is a lot
For
of
the
work
love of
for
God,
free, guys.
please.
Come on.
Do we have anybody following us live right now?
I don't know, I
checking
can't
right
see my
now.
phone.
It's 5 feet away, so if there's anybody out there, love you.
There is one person, and it's me.
Sadness.
Cam, what do you have?
Opinion.
Opinion.
You
Whoa.
always give opinion.
That's a harsh
And
one.
we
No,
never
actually, I
like
haven't got an opinion in a while. It's been recommendation and
Oh, yeah,
advice
that's
for the
right.
last
That's
time.
Yeah.
True. Opinion. Let's think of a good one.
What's your opinion on career choice for people who have no idea what the fuck to do with their lives?
So what's your opinion for me?
That got deep.
You're doing something.
Oh, wait, never mind.
God, dog.
That was so
Scratch
deep.
that.
How did you find your avenue in the career that you like?
Money.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your motivator.
And it's, I honestly, I don't like writing code.
What?
I don't.
Hold on.
Are you serious?
I'm good at it. I'm
You don't
damn
enjoy
good
it?
at it. No.
Why?
Well, I do enjoy. I enjoy the challenges it presents,
Right.
and the compliments are nice because everyone's like, "Oh, you're such a fucking genius." No.
Is it boring to you or what?
Oh yeah, it's super boring.
I see.
That's why it's like honestly, like I haven't. I'm definitely not doing as much as I used to.
Hold on. But being someone on the outside of your career, being here and seeing what you've done, you do actually get excited about things that you do.
I do.
You do. Like, hey, this could make a huge difference type deal. The coding part, the actual tedious work that you do, and then not tedious as in it's like not monumental or whatever, but the actual work that you do that's like, day by day, this is what I do type deal. Yes, that is like,
That's a good distinction.
But when you actually put in what it actually comes out to be, it's rewarding.
The finished product.
It's
The
purpose
fin-
driven
yes,
though.
Yes.
It's purpose driven, and I get so excited about technology,
But what
especially
don't,
advancements and
but
stuff.
not to digress, but what don't you like about it so much?
Yeah.
I guess the monotony.
Staring at the screen?
Yeah, staring at the screen, being able to sit there longer, especially since not smoking weed as much. Like being able to just sit there staring at the screen for even as much as 6-8 hours a day.
So
Like
for our listeners, tell us just real quick what you do.
Layman's terms as fuck.
Yes, don't get into it too much.
I write lots of. I make software. So software, of course, as we know, is a very broad term.
Microsoft Word software.
Yeah, exactly. It can be anything from a website to a Microsoft Word kind of program you run on your computer to a mobile app.
Any app that you use is built from software.
Exactly. I'm a technologist. And
Yes.
I've even made micro PC applications that work with microcomputers.
Okay.
Stuff like that. I'm a technologist in general, and my programming language is I'm not limited to just one or one platform. I've made stuff for all kinds
If your
of
computer's running slow, you want to hit up Gam.
God damn it. Chevy's about to get punched in the balls. Live on the
No.
I still do. There are some people I still do figure.
So
there's some MSU retirees that they're not my family, they're not my friends, but I just they don't have any other children or anyone else take care of them, so I help them out, and they pay me. Now my rate's up to $125 per hour.
Good for you.
Ching.
So there's a balance between I don't get excited about what I do as much as I used to, and I get paid out of the asshole, so I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a big. It's definitely a balance.
It's worth it, though.
So what's-
It's
big
purpose
problem.
driven. Like what Chevy, I feel like what Chevy was explaining is I do like making technology. I like making things that people can use that have a purpose. I don't just like writing code for the sake of writing code. That's the most boring part of all of it.
Sure.
But the purpose behind it all is so motivating.
The
and
end
it's-
aspect is what you're going for.
Yeah, and it's
that's
free.
what
It's
we want.
free resources. It's really just me dumping my brain into code,
Sure.
and all of a sudden it can prove to be valuable. And I've made money from it. So it's that's the parts I find exciting.
Okay, so
Damn good answer.
if somebody wants to do the same thing, what would be your best advice for that?
Right.
Code Academy and edX.org. If you want to get a job, go with edX.org because they'll give you Microsoft certifications, Google certifications, AT&T certifications for as little as $50. Literally, if
You
you
take
want to invest
classes
in something,
to get
invest
that.
in yourself. Put 6 weeks into the class. Do good. Make sure you understand it. Ask questions in the forums. Ask questions in the chats. Get your damn money's worth and get that fucking certification if you want a job. If you don't want a job, do exactly what I just said, but don't pay the $50 and do it for free. Get the skills, make a website, and work with Stripe. Stripe is a popular platform to make money off
How's
of.
that spelled?
STRIPE.com.
Got it.
And, it's an API you work with. Write whatever code you can to learn to work with it and make a website that charges people money. Even if it's just, you make a blog, you make a WordPress blog, and you write about topics that people would be willing to pay to read. WordPress has a Stripe plugin. So the classes to get into software engineering are free. Don't go to a college or university. You'll waste 4 years of your life and learn as much as you could have learned in 12 weeks taking 4 different classes on one.
Dropping bombs.
Bam!
Just saying. I mean,
No, you're absolutely right.
I'm not discrediting people who have a comp sci degree.
Of
I
course.
work with some of them, and some of them are great workers.
Of
But
course.
I've also worked with more
People who have done it without.
Exactly. I've worked with more people who have done it without than I have those.
Would
that
you say
have.
that those people are more or less educated than the people that have actually gotten their degree?
That's such a broad term.
Educated, but yeah, well, I think you're
easier to work with.
It's easier to work with people who don't have a degree
Really?
because they listen. They look to you as the professional.
They're more open-minded.
They're open. Yeah, they're much more open-minded. Whereas the people that have a degree, all of a sudden I'm working with them. I'm the senior developer on the team, and all of a sudden they look to me like, "Oh, well, I can't really listen to you because you don't have a degree."
Fair enough.
Like, okay, well, that's why we're not going to make it. That's why you're not going to progress that well because
Well,
I have a lot of valuable advice.
speaking of progressing, we don't care anymore. Let's move on to the next.
Yes.
Matt, what do you
Thank you
got?
for getting me to fucking, what's the word, diatribe.
I tried to keep it like 5-10 minutes. Chevy kept asking questions like, shut the fuck up.
I was curious.
It-
like
it-
a cat. My
it's
friends
an
call me
interesting
Whiskas.
I feel like
There was lots of, that was a loaded 10 minutes.
I was gonna say I feel like Cameron
Response.
could talk literally for 3
Yeah,
hours.
we gotta
about
get going. Matt, what do you got?
I
besides a cat
have
button?
I have a recommendation.
What is your
Ooh.
recommendation on silence?
God dang.
Recommend.
Okay,
So I'm not.
hold on.
Okay.
If you're trying to have a night out with friends or family type deal, you're trying to get everybody fucked up as possible. What is your recommendation?
Oh man.
Possible. Oh my God.
Let's see here. I really don't know.
Flip it around.
Oh, look at that.
It's on the wrong side. Wait, are we both going live right now?
Yeah, we are. Look at this. Look at this crap. How does this work?
How are
It's
we
not
both
working
live?
very
It's
well.
not working.
I'll say that. It's not working very
It's
well.
not
Are we
working
both
very
live
well.
on wait what?
No.
I guess, is there a... Do you get, like, quote-unquote fucked up on a regular basis?
Not normally.
Right.
No.
See, that's why it's better.
So
to
what are
ask
the
you.
benefits of getting quote-unquote fucked up?
Well, a night to remember or to
Forget.
absolutely forget.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
So, I mean, we've all had those nights where it's just like, hey, we're
So how about this? Your cousins from out of town come from New Mexico.
Okay.
Or Washington.
Okay.
Because you went there, right?
Oregon, but still.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Near Washington.
sure.
And you want to show them a good time. Where do you take them and what do you do?
no.
Oh, jeez. I think I try and hit as many of the local breweries as I can.
Which
I
ones?
usually don't drink much of the local stuff because it's too hoppy for me most of the time. And I like ciders more than anything else.
Yeah.
I know, sound gay, whatever. Anyway, but honestly, like Lansing Brewing Company.
Yes, shout out.
Exactly.
So,
feel
hold
free
on,
to pay
hold
us
on.
Ellison's,
So you're not
uh,
all about that, but you would recommend
I would
that?
definitely recommend it to other people just because I know that a lot of people outside of our state they don't have that. They don't have a lot
Local
of these
brews.
local breweries and
Really?
different things like that. Like
I
Michigan is
think,
one
I
of
think
the
I mentioned this
highest ones
before,
for
but
it.
the only liquor that they sell is made in Grand Ledge. Vodka, Grand Ledge. Tequila, Grand Ledge. It's all out of Grand Ledge.
Where?
Really?
Wait, what do you mean?
LBC, Lansing Brew Company. They don't sell liquor
Oh, okay.
besides
Okay,
it's
okay.
made in Grand Ledge.
Does
Huh.
it, have
It's
you tried
pretty
it?
cool. Yeah, I just went
Is
there
it
2
any
nights
good?
ago with my girlfriend. Yeah, it's fine.
It's
Not even
fine, or
American,
is
like
it good?
fit-
I don't know.
Spirits or
A shot
whatever?
is a shot. I mean, all shots suck, right? I mean, it
No,
tastes-
come on now.
All right, but
It
Matt,
wasn't
what
bad.
would you do? So, say, like, what if they came to town? They're like, I know you want us to, like that's
So
mighty
you-
kind of you.
you go with the downtown strip, right? You go Lansing Brewing Company, and then you go Nut House or
Omar's.
you beat me to it.
Straight to
Straight to Omar's.
We'd hit there first. Then we go to Lansing Brewing Company.
Come back for the pancakes.
Exactly.
I think that's a good question for all of us, though. If we had somebody out of state, what
Yeah,
would
but
we
it's
bring
not
them
our
to?
question.
I
It's
honestly,
Matt's.
I would
True.
try and go wherever I can, just to the different breweries and stuff, just because people
Yeah.
don't have that stuff.
It's definitely a hometown feel.
I'm not only Lansing either. Like I know there's tons of them in Michigan alone.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys driven by the strip on Michigan lately?
Yeah.
Did you see that artwork?
2 nights ago.
The new artwork that's there?
On the underpass?
No, it's over the overpass. The big old head artwork.
No.
It's literally a big old metallic sculpture of a giant head on the top part of the shoulders
I saw
with gears coming out of its
Yes.
forehead,
Badass.
hanging out over the overpass.
That's so cool.
It's really fucking. It's gigantic.
What are the crossroads?
It's
here?
like probably 15 feet tall.
Is it Michigan and something?
No, it's right. It's literally right between Tin Can and Omar's.
No
between
shit.
those two buildings on that bridge that goes over right there.
Yeah. Where the
It's
drum,
sitting on
the
the
drummer.
right. Yeah, exactly where the drummer always sits. It's sitting on the right hand side of that bridge with the gears coming out to a point, hanging out over the bridge.
Okay, so that has to be included in your my Oregon visitors
Yes,
are coming. Yeah.
for sure, for
Fair
sure.
enough.
Yeah.
It's got to be within the last week. I drive by there all the time because I work right downtown.
That's awesome.
It's literally it's got to be within the last
I
week.
love
It went up.
Lansing art has such a low key prevalence. You know, like you don't.
Absolutely.
No announcements.
Rio
Right.
has actually come up a
A
lot.
lot.
Oh yeah, Art Attack has done
We're
wonders. for
literally
this area.
down the street.
Yeah.
Right,
come on,
right.
you know.
Right.
Upside Down is right down the street from a lot of Rio
Yeah, we're literally
Rio art.
3 blocks away from Rio Town.
Yeah.
And it's
awesome.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
actually like you look at it and you're like, wow, that's really fucking good art type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've
That's
used
something
it
that-
many times on different photography stuff.
Yes.
Just taking pictures of in front
My
of
engagement
Yeah,
photos.
exactly. Yep.
Right.
Cameron's engagement photos. We did it in front of the
Nice.
graffiti wall. And it was great.
That's
it
a
turned out
classic
amazing.
spot in Lansing, that graffiti wall. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good
I feel
graffiti.
like Rio Town is coming up a lot, and I feel like it's coming.
Mhm.
I feel like all Lansing is underrated. Like People think of it as like a shithole, but I love, dude. I don't.
It's
I
our
like it.
shithole, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well put, Cam. Well put.
Honestly, I think Lansing used to be like Detroit's little brother. Everybody's like, oh, that's a little shit show where they're trying to do shit show things type deal. And now that we're actually coming up as a community as something that's better than just a shit show.
That shit show has some poo-pourri on it.
Right, exactly.
That's mighty
Hey,
nice.
that's kind of nice. Yeah. I kind of like that.
All right, I got advice. So good luck with that because
Fuck, let's skip this guy.
you know.
That's
All right, Chevy, what do you got?
Okay. Next question.
What's your advice on giving advice?
That's a
horrible.
stupid ass question.
Don't
Damn,
do
I
it.
tried.
That's-
Next,
I didn't try that hard, but I tried.
too easy. Next. So what's
Oh, hold on. Let's keep with the Lansing thing
okay?
for
Okay.
right now.
All right.
So, say you want to take your girl out to a nice restaurant in Lansing. What would be your advice to take them?
A nice restaurant?
Yeah, like a legit restaurant, like kind of lower a little bit, like a nice restaurant.
So the first thing that comes to mind is places that are unique and that aren't a chain, right?
Absolutely.
So it's so cliche to say this, but the Golden Harvest is the fucking shit. And
Oh,
we're not talking about a
yeah.
night on the town, right? We're talking about 7 a.m. waiting in line for 45 minutes, sitting with
True.
people. The last time I went out there with my girlfriend, we sat in line for like half an hour. We were taking shots of tequila in the car, dipping back. Yes,
Were you still up from? Did you sleep or were you still up from the night before?
we slept. And so we
You
get in line.
slept and
And
take
I didn't-
shots of tequila
I didn't
in the
know this.
morning?
And for anybody that's not from Lansing that's listening to this someday, 10 years in the future, it's cash only. And they put it on the door, but you might not pay attention to that. So don't be embarrassed when you get in there and try and pay with your debit card. Doesn't work. Right? So
No, like,
bring
get outta
cash.
here.
So we're sitting in line for like half an hour. We finally get in. We know how good the food is. It's worth the wait for us. So they have a new policy now where if you just have two people and there's a group of two with you or behind you or near you,
You sit together.
with them.
Wait,
Oh,
that's
wow,
not
okay.
new.
That's always
why it's
New,
always
new to
been.
me, I
Oh,
should
really?
say.
Okay.
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 I never experienced that before. I'd been there probably 5 or 6 times.
Did you guys always sit at the bar or something?
No, we just they had two tops.
I met some really fucking interesting.
Yes, that's where I'm
people.
going with this. That's where I'm
Right.
going.
Go
So we
ahead,
sat
sorry,
down
go
with
ahead.
these college kids from MSU. They were like freshmen or sophomores, and we just started talking. And it's always so awkward because you're like, I'm about to sit with these people we don't know. Are they going to be weird? I'm not going to hate them. You know, like
It is
all this
awkward
shit starts
at
running
first.
through your mind, right? I'm going to eat breakfast with these people. I have no idea who they are,
Right.
and you're sitting a foot across from them, right? So you have to
Just
start.
looking
conversation.
like these fucking millennials.
So I start.
Millennials calling millennials.
I was gonna say we are millennials. So we start talking, and I start telling the story about how my mom,
Sorry, Mom.
she loves her April Fools. Hi, Mom. She loves April Fools, right? And one year she set off the fire alarm at 6 a.m., the smoke alarm rather, and ran into my room. And I was like 12 or 13 at the time. Told me the house was on fire.
Oh.
Holy
wow.
fucking
She is hardcore.
So these college kids look across from me at Golden Harvest. We're sitting there eating our breakfast. They go, "Your mom is savage as fuck."
I'd have to
yes,
agree.
yes, she is. So my advice is, no matter where you're from or who you are, take your girl to Golden Harvest. That place is the shit.
I love fucking Golden Harvest. I've never had a bad meal there.
What do you got, Chevy?
I have favorite.
Don't say movies or food
Oh man.
or beer.
Or beer.
What's your favorite thing that's come out of Lansing?
There you go.
It's come out of Lansing.
Your favorite thing,
Not food related.
and
Not food related.
and
How
not
about
bar related either.
that? Yeah.
Not food or.
So would you say like favorite experience or favorite
I guess.
startup or what?
I mean, I'm like trying to grasp at straws as like much as I can.
Yeah.
Right now.
How specific?
What
like,
would be favorite experience,
Experience?
from Lansing?
Yeah, so like something. How about this? Something that you walked into that you didn't know it was going to be fucking awesome, and it turned out to be fucking awesome. Something that comes to my mind is walking by the towers, Lincoln, Blickman, and Nod. That's fun, right?
Yeah.
So something like that, where you walked into it like this is going to be lame, but all of a sudden it's like the best experience of your life.
In Lansing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meeting your girl. What is it?
No.
Cut that part out.
Well, you kind of took the best one.
What? The towers?
Yeah.
That was fun, man. Tell us about that experience.
Okay, so we live by the three stacks.
We can blink it
They,
in that.
they provide energy to Greater Lansing.
Right, and I'm like 2 blocks away from like most of the time that I've been living here, type deal. Living close to the upside down, or in the upside
In
down.
the
But regardless, I had numerous times of just walking down there, and
Because you can get right next to them.
yeah, and these motherfuckers, you think they're like, you know, pretty tall like buildings and shit. You get next to them, these motherfuckers are huge as fuck.
They have lights on top to indicate to airplanes that you
Yeah.
don't hit them.
Yes, and then like there's metal bars at certain points
Yeah.
that are like 3 stories high. Like people don't understand how big these motherfuckers are.
Right.
And you get right next to him, and it's like, oh, we've had conversations. Me and Kim, I know for a fact, have had conversations. If they fell, if they would hit the house where we're at.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I remember that.
smash it.
Yeah. How about the noise that comes off that when you're near it?
The noise. I always say it's like giants, because kind of nerdy thing, but Majora's Mask, when the giants make their noise, it's like it's the same
That's so
fucking
accurate.
thing.
That's so accurate.
It's the same fucking thing.
If you're from Lansing or the greater area and you've never done this, go next to those towers. It's an experience.
They are absolute giants.
Come to Moore's River Park.
And there's
You
water.
bring your fishing
there's
pole,
water
bring
down
some
there,
beer or
right? Yeah,
something.
You
Grand River
stand
runs
next
through
to
it.
them,
Yep.
like as
Oh, they have a
close as
pool
you
over there or
can.
something, too.
Yeah, there's
Legally.
the city swimming pools over
Oh,
here
wow.
too.
They're enormous.
Isn't there some sort of weird? It's not a graveyard, but it's like a. There's something down there. We went down there one time, and there's like sort of like an artsy.
It's a Loch Ness
There,
monster.
there's like I don't know.
It's hard to explain, right? You have to see it.
Artsy thing.
There's like shit on the ground.
Yeah. Well, there's
It's in a circle.
there's a labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Labyrinth.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also there's another thing before the labyrinth, and it's like it tells a different story and stuff.
There's
There's
history.
like concrete
There's
rock steps going down
untapped-
with all kinds of signs and shit. The signs saying like a part of the story, a part
Yeah.
of history of Lansing and stuff like that.
It's so it like it gives you a certain type of feeling, right? Like you're walking down there, you're like this has history to it, and you can feel it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well, hold on. Like, not only is there history to it, but you like feel it at the same time.
Is it
Like,
the energy in the air, literally?
For me, it's just like knowing it was that far back. Like you read the pillars and stuff, and you know that it's like 100 years. Like I don't.
1910.
Some of those things
Yeah.
date back to like 1857.
I don't.
and
Yeah.
shit.
I don't want to
Longer
say
than
100
that.
years, but it's like God.
It
damn.
feels like
Back
it.
before
Yeah.
Lansing was the capital of Michigan.
It's just
Right.
crazy to think about. You know, it hits home. Right there,
Yeah.
like you're on, and that's where it is.
And this podcast is being recorded 300 feet from that building, so
Yeah.
Right.
pretty cool.
All right.
Good
So,
stuff, Joe.
did we get any questions?
We have no
from-
questions from any viewers at this point in time. We do have 2 viewers though.
Who are our viewers?
Looks like most of my family here. Lori, my aunt, and
Hi, Lori.
Stephanie, my
Hi.
sister.
Hi, Stephanie.
I can't see. There might be someone watching on the other live.
Yeah.
Either way, thank
Oh,
you
wait,
guys.
this is
That's-
that live.
Thank you guys so
Sorry
much for
about that.
listening. Even if it's 1, 2, 0 people, we really appreciate you.
You know,
Absolutely.
We really do.
Especially when it's 0 people. Just kidding.
You guys should just log off so we can.
when
We're
it's,
gonna end
when
this.
it's just us,
Let's get back.
it's a little different.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Yes,
All right,
thank
let's
you,
do
appreciate
our sign out. This is Chevy Chevlin.
Steve K.
I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
Wait, no, you're not.
Hey, stop that.
Hey, stop.
You're confusing people there.
This is Cameron.
See you guys.
See you guys. Thanks a lot. We are available everywhere where podcasts are found.
There you go.
Just to let you know.
Absolutely.
It is waitwhat.com.
No tea.
No T. There's-
WAITWHA.
Dot.